Since the early 1900s, the country of Panama has been on the verge of industrialization. This video will guide you through the important information I learned on my trip to Panama. To start off, Panama is bounded by the Caribbean Sea to the north and the Pacific Ocean to the south. The area of Panama is 29,081 square miles, and the capital is Panama City. The estimated population is around 4.4 million people, and most of the residents are of mixed heritage. The most spoken languages are Spanish and English, and lastly, the most used religion is Roman Catholic. As you may know, Panama is mostly famous for the Panama Canal. The canal was built by the United States and has been open since 1914. The canal has given Panama a greater role in international shipping and trade. From 1903 until 1979, there was a strip of land 10 miles on either side of the canal. This is the Canal Zone, and it used to be controlled by the United States. The two countries signed a treaty in 1977, and the Canal Zone was abolished in 1979, and Panama took control over the Canal Zone. Panama and the United States coincided in the leadership and defense of the canal itself until 1999, when Panama assumed full control. My question for this trip was, how has the industrialization of Panama affected the economy, wildlife, culture, and the environment? The biggest impact on Panama, in my opinion, would be the Panama Canal. Due to the building and use of the canal, it brings in around $2 billion per year. Container ships pay $60,000 to $300,000 depending on their size, plus additional fees based on the number of containers that the ships are carrying. Some ships will even pay up to $1 million just to use the canal. Wildlife in Panama is very important to the culture, and it's being affected by the trash and pollution in Panama. While we were in Panama, we picked up so much trash, and while picking up trash may not sound the most fun, it was very important. We even saw locals picking up trash with us. My group and I picked up 44 pounds of trash alone. We went to the shoreline and picked up plastic, styrofoam, toys, and shoes. These materials can be used and recycled and made into new products. As a result of the pollution, 17 of the mammal species are endangered, and 10 of the nation's bird species are also endangered. Of the nation's plant species, a total of 1,018 are threatened with extinction. Some endangered species include the red-backed squirrel monkey, spectacled caiman, American crocodile, and 4 species of sea turtle. Pollution doesn't only affect humans, but animals too. Pollution is most definitely a result of industrialization. Pesticides and sewage from the oil industries cause a lot of pollution in Panama. This leads me to a main point: the mangroves in Panama. Mangroves cover just 1% of the total tropical forest area worldwide, but they absorb up to 5 times more carbon dioxide. They play a key role in the life cycle of some fish and crustaceans and protect the coast from erosion. Panama has about 450,000 acres of mangroves, but since the 1970s, it has lost about 50% of the mangroves that it had. While I was in Panama, we measured some of the mangrove trees and tagged them. By tagging the trees, we'll be able to see how much they've grown the next time someone comes to the mangroves. Industrialization has greatly impacted the environment. Soil erosion and deforestation are among Panama's environmental concerns. Soil erosion is occurring at a rate of 2,000 tons per year. Air pollution is a problem in urban centers due to emissions from industry and transportation. And only 79% of rural people have pure drinking water. From a culture perspective, the homes in which different cultures used to live in have drastically changed. This picture here used to be the main church in Old Panama City. The Old Panama Cathedral began as a simple wood structure, but as a result of a fire in 1539, a new church had to be built. It was great, and set to be built in stone. The church whose remains we see today were built between 1619 and 1626. Another fire in 1644 destroyed the supports. The whole work would then have to be replaced. the whole work concluded when the city was finally destroyed in 1671. In 1671, the work was destroyed by Henry Morgan. He was the most famous of the pirates of the Caribbean of the second half of the 17th century. Next to where the old church used to be is where old homes would be and gatherings. Nowadays, homes look more modern, and as a result of industrialization, we have more modern buildings. To conclude my presentation, industrialization is a real thing, and it's affecting Panama in positive and negative ways. In the future, if this is to continue in negative ways, Panama's endangered species will become extinct, and the native plants will start to die off. This increasing rate of industrialization will also affect humans. By building factories and cutting down trees, this will make it harder for humans to breathe, as in air pollution. All in all, industrialization has impacted Panama in so many ways and will continue to do so unless we can find an even balance.